Hello, 1-1 humans. Cats are bred here with some more Vintage Cube. Coming back to you right before Vintage Cube is out in about 5 days. So I'm just trying to get some more games in and looking at this pack one pick one. I mean, there's a couple of picks here. If I was really like playing to win, I mean there's Inti, which is a really solid start for red aggro, Boros aggro, etc. etc. Wooded Foothills is just it's fetch lands are good. That's all there really is to say. But I'm looking at Fastbond. Part of me is looking at Fastbond and saying, well, what if we just start with Fastbond? Take it pack one, pick one, see where we go. Um, and honestly, kind of seems like a good call here. Kind of a shame I'm passing the Wooded Foothills, but otherwise, I don't really know what I would take. I'd probably just take Inti if we're being honest. But there's also Ancient Tomb. But I don't know. Let's start with Fastbond. Uh, last week I tried to record some content with a really solid Fastbond strip mine deck. Unfortunately, it did not work out because of the joys of that little spinner of death on MTGO. So hopefully we don't run into that problem today. Pick two, following the Fastbond, I could see taking Springheart Nantuko. There's also Zuranorb. That's three-quarters of the combo. The other card I would need is the Green Crucible Room from Duskmorn, whose name is currently escaping me, where the other half is Yawgmoth's Will for some amount of mana. Otherwise, I mean, there's Parallax Wave, which would be hilariously strong if I taken any of the white cards, or even the NT over in the first pack. But I think I'm gonna take the Zuranorb and just really kind of the Zuranorb or the Springheart. Let's go with the Zuranorb. Let's commit to the combo. Let's see if we can do something broken today. Pack 3, obviously, I don't expect every pack to have something for lands. I mean, there's an Arid Mesa, just a solid fetch land, good card to have. It's red is a color and white is a color that you're gonna want to splash a lot, especially in your domain style decks. So that feels like a good take. Otherwise, it's just Swords to Plowshares, which is good removal. Uh, but it's early. Let's take the Mesa and let's see if that pays off. Pack 3, there's crop rotation if I want to stick to kind of like the lands theme. There's tribal flames if I'm, really just kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna go into domain. Uh, Otherwise, there is, I mean, Flage is good. Flage is just a good card, especially if I'm putting a lot of lands in the graveyard. But it's double colored pips to get back, so that seems kind of intense. Uh, I don't know. Is taking the tribal flames this early crazy? Like I'm really just saying like I'm gonna do domain and I'm gonna force it. And you know what? I my one trophy is with domain. I generally like the deck style, so let's try tribal flames. In this pack, we've got Nissa, Ascended Animus. There's also just Headliner Scarlet as like a really powerful card. Currency Converter is just really good. Uh, lets you turn any discard into something of value. There's also Yawgmoth's Will, which is a consideration. Um, Especially with Fastbond and Zuranorb. I'm not sure I'm there yet. Uh, Otherwise, I mean, there's Tarmogoyf and Robber of the Rich are solid cards. Uh, I do think the Yogg's Will would be kind of early, but the Hall of Fountain goes with the Arid Mesa. It's fetchable, works with what we're kind of doing. So let's kind of stick to this domain plan. We're gonna take lands pretty highly. We already passed the Nantuko. No, Springheart Nantuko. That's it. I think. I hope. Uh, so I think I want to just take the Bristly Bill here. Just a good landfall card. Uh, Otherwise, it's the Commercial District, and I. Uh, it seems it's kind of a tough choice for me. I think I like the Bristly Bill a little bit better. Just gives me something to do early on. Just benefits with any of the Fastbond combos. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Even though I do want the Commercial District or the Jetmir's Garden. Hopefully, one of those comes back. Here, I think I'm gonna take the Uro. Just kind of fits in with like the kind of landfall, fill your graveyard kind of strategy we've got going. Uh, Otherwise, I mean, I'm not gonna take white because I don't have any lands that I want to get. Arena of Glory is good, but it doesn't have a basic land type. Otherwise, it's maybe Guide of Souls. It seems like white's pretty open, so maybe that would have been good. But we're here now. Here, uh, you know, not the Razorkin Needlehead. That's not what I was going for. It's either the Meticulous Archive, but I already have the Hollow Fountain fixed for that, even though that's a good card. I might just take the Abrade. It's good removal, good interaction. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see what came back. I don't even remember if there was anything I really wanted to wheel in this pack. I mean, Coma's just a payoff for having a lot of mana. It's also something I could potentially cheat in if we get an Oath of Druids. Um, yeah, or even Natural Order at some point. Yeah, no, let's take Coma. Or should I take the Smugglers? No, actually, you know what? No, let's take the Coma. Let's take the Coma. Here, yep, Springheart and Tuco came back. Makes me think that green is definitely pretty open. It's a solid card in green. Um, Pretty excited to see that. I don't know why I have the Coma all the way over there. We'll put just the Coma to the side for now. I don't know if we're gonna play it. Oh. All right, here we've got Finhorn Elves. That's fine with me. Ram early on gives me something to do. Uh, we'll see where the rest of the packs take us, but I'm happy with the Finhorn Elves. There was notably another elf in that pack. I can't remember which one it was. It was one of the ones that taps for green. So that means that I may be competing for green with one other player, but maybe not two other players, which is a good spot to be in. Here, I mean, there's Mind Collapse. It's not great. It's not my favorite. But it is free interaction, so I can't really complain. Here we'll take. We don't really have any outroads to black. We're definitely playing green. We'll take the Goyf as a body, I guess. I'm not super sold on that. Here we'll take. You know what? The Commercial District is great. And then the Tarfire does 2 damage to any target. So I'll just put that in the sideboard. And honestly, we'll put the Coma in the sideboard too while we're at it. Alright, here in pack 2. Again, not a particularly powerful pack yet again. Asika's Chariot's probably the card here, or potentially Lightning Bolt. Rogran Triumph is fetchable with our Arid Mesa and would fix for basically every color but black at that point. So that seems like a really potential pick, but it's either the Chariot or the Triome. Not really. Lightning Bolt's also an option. Everything else is just kind of fine. I think Overlord of the Mistmoors is really good if you can ramp to it, but I don't know if we're getting there. Or if you get Felia. I would take Felia, no matter what. But I think we'll take the Chariot. Hopefully the Triumph comes back around, but Arid Mace already kind of fixes for all of those colors, so I'm not super stressed about it. Plus the Chariot's just a good card. Not something I really want to take pack 1, but here we are. Here in pack 2, there's Ragavan. Ragavan's just a good early card to play. Otherwise, there's the Breeding Pool, which is, again, just fixing. I do value lands really highly, generally speaking. Ulthari is just a phenomenal card. You can kind of, a win condition all on its own. But I don't know if that's where I want to be. Maybe the Delighted Halfling will come back around. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Breeding Pool. Just, now we can definitely play any blue cards that are really good that we see come along. We will have to pick up a fetch land to make it really work, but, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. And maybe the Delighted Halfling will come back. If not, we'll get something else out of this pack. Here, I think it might just be the Questing Beast. It's a good threat. As much as like the Watery Grave would be cute, it would really kind of round out the, what I'm trying to do here. It's either the Questing Beast or the Plateau. I mean, the questing is just a good creature. I don't know if I'm really trying to be that aggressive, but it kind of fits into being aggressive. There's survival, but I don't really think we're there yet. Or, well, I don't think I'll ever really be there. So there's also Overlord, which I do like. It makes a token for everything. It actually works really well with Orcish Lumberjack, but obviously we don't have that yet. Um, Given everything, I think I'm gonna take the Questing Beast. Hopefully that's not a mistake. We'll see. Here, that this is actually kind of a tough pick for me. I like Omnath. That seems like a really solid card with Fastbond, especially if we can get more ways to put in lands. Wasteland also seems really good in this deck, and then Taiga's basically the land I want to be able to, you know, get my Arid Mesa to fetch green uh, that's untapped. But I think the Omnath is just too good to pass up. Although people don't take the Omnath super highly. How many cards are left in this pack? 12 cards. With 4 coming back, I could see the Omnath coming back. So let's take the Taiga. Let's make sure we have good mana, and then hopefully the Omnath comes back. Here, Sylvan Safekeeper is all right. Ursine Monstrosity is actually just overperformed in any estimation. Um, Otherwise, it's Endurance as just kind of a sideboard card, especially against any of the graveyard-based decks. I do tend to lose a lot to those, so maybe I'll just take the Endurance. I think the Endurance is the right card to take, and then the Sylvan Safekeeper or the Monstrosity might come back should we get lucky. Here, I think I'll just take the Sylvan Library. Just gives me more ways to draw, more ways to kind of fix my hand. Um, I did hear someone, and by someone I mean a good friend of mine, once described Sylvan Library as a brainstorm on every upkeep, which is or well, your draw steps, which is kind of an interesting way to see it. But I don't dislike that. I think we'll take it. Uh, Nothing else in the pack's really calling my name here. Um, Part of me is just leaning towards Boseiju. It's you know a solid card. Otherwise, there's Jackrabbit. We have some white fixing. Jackrabbit could be solid. Bring to Light might also be kind of good, especially if we can get we can get any of our 4 drops. Let's take the Bring. I think maybe it'll pay off in the long term. Here I think I take the Lush Portico. Again, just fixing. It's fetchable, super good. Uh, Otherwise, I would be taking maybe the Bloodbraid Challenger, which I mean, not my favorite card. I mean, it's a really good card, um, but I always get iffy about it in decks, especially if it's not constructed, especially in limited. I get weird about Cascade. So hopefully the Lush Portico is good. Here, I mean, I wasn't really expecting anything super great to come back, but I might take. I mean, the Cauldron Complete tells me that no one's got the Stoneforge Mystic combo yet with it. Sarah Paragon seems alright. I mean, Chainsaw's sort of removal, but not really that great. Let's take the Sarah Paragon, I guess. No, maybe. Yeah, we'll take it. Yep. Delighted Halfling came back around. That's kind of what I was hoping to see. I can't complain. I mean, at this point, I'm not really. I do have some red fixing, but I don't really want to play Seasoned Pyromancer. I mean, I could just take the survival, see if that pays off in the long term. We'll see. Uh, Here it's between Burst Lightning, Overwhelmed Oddity, and Night of the Reliquary. I mean, Burst Lightning's solid removal. We don't have. I mean, we have some removal. Night lets us get any land. Let's do the Night. I immediately regretted the decision as soon as I was done with it. I think that the correct thing to take there may have been the Burst Lightning, but we'll see. Yeah, like I said, Sylvan Safekeeper and Ursine Monstrosity both came back around. Given the fact that I already have the Zern Orb, I don't really want the Sylvan Safekeeper. The Ursine Monstrosity is just a good threat. So we're gonna do that. I hope that's what I took. Yes, it is. You know what? We'll put the FOMO in the sideboard. You know, honestly, that's disrespectful. Dark Confidant should not be going that that late. It's such a good card. Here we take Mark's Ruby. I know I should be looking at the rest of the pack before I say that, but I do think it is obviously the pick here. Um, I don't really know what else I would take. I mean, there's the Windswept Heath, but I'm not going to pass on Mox Ruby for a Heath. That's absolutely insane. Um, Obviously, there's the Fable of the Mirror Breaker, phenomenal card that we're not getting. Life Death, not really what we want. Who knows? Who knows what'll come back around here? I mean, there's the Flash for the Coma. Actually, that is a relevant thing to think about. Actually, no, it's not because Coma's on combat damage. Don't listen to me. Um, the Flash is not good with Coma. Flash is good with other cards. But I'll take the Ruby. Maybe the Green's Unseemable will come back around, and I'd be fine with that. Here we've got ooh. I mean, there's a triplicate Titan for the Flash that we passed. Otherwise, there's the Reprieve, which I don't like in this deck. It's fine, but I'm not really sure what else I would be taking. I mean, I guess there's Tameo, but I don't know if that's right in this deck. Force of Vigor's alright, but it's not really what I want. This is a hard pick. This is a hard pick. And by hard, I mean there's not like anything I desperately want, so it's hard for me to make a decision. I mean, there's a world where I just take Mother of Runes. Or I could just take the Tameo. We'll take the Tameo. I'll regret it later, but I'll take the Tameo. Up there's the room. There's the walk-in closet. I would have eventually figured out the name. Plus the Forgotten Cellar. It is 5 mana for a Yogg Will. And that's what we're gonna take. You know, it's a combo with Durin Orb and Fastbond. It's infinite life. Lots of clicking, but it's infinite life. And I absolutely cannot complain. Maybe we'll get. I mean, the channel's not going to come back. If channel comes back, people are disrespecting it. But I would take the Faithless Looting. I would maybe take the Elvish Reclaimer. But I like the Walk-in Closet. I'll put it in my non-existent 3-drop slot. Here, second pack. Nissa seems good. I kind of like Scion of Draco. Mostly because you can cast it usually for super cheap. Notably, the Omnath did not come back around last pack, now that I'm thinking about that, which is kind of sad. I also do like Palantir. I've had a lot of success with Palantir. But Nissa is just good. I'm not really ramping into anything. I mean, I could be ramping into Coma post Nissa. Nissa or Scion. Or Shifting Woodland. No, yeah, let's do the Nissa, even though I think I'm gonna regret that. Here, Generous End is just it's a good land cycler. Once Upon a Time should not be going this late. Like it is a really solid card, especially one that you can play early on. And I think what I'm gonna take, yeah, no, I think I'm gonna take the Once Upon a Time. It's just if it's in your opening hand, it's a free spell. Here we take there's the Ramen Up Excavator, which just doubles up on the Infinite Life combo. Not really sure what I'm doing with that Infinite Life, but you know it's there. There's the Renin 6, but I don't have. I wish I had a Strip Mine of the Wasteland that I passed earlier, but you know that's it's fine. C'est la vie. I think we'll take the Ramen Up. I think that'll work. Uh, Here, honestly, we have a lot of mana. The Vagabond's Onslaught doesn't seem that bad. Lets you just put a lot of threats out on the board really, really quickly, especially if you have a infinite mana with, Zurin Orb, Fastbond, etc., etc. In this pack, I mean, there's the Hedge Maze. which seems alright. Otherwise, it's the Insidious Fungus. How many playables do I have? I take on my lands. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'll take the Hedge Maids. Put all my lands back at some point. Here, I mean, Tireless Tracker. It's an outlet for infinite mana and infinite land drops, so can't really complain. Uh, kind of same thought process here with the Triplicate Titan, maybe. Um, there's a world where I try to ramp into that, or well, infinite mana it out. I guess is how I want to word that. Okay, fine. I mean, if you're gonna make me take the channel, I'll take the channel. I It shouldn't be going this late. That's just disrespectful. Uh, then I'll take the Scion. Sure, it doesn't really do that much in this deck. I don't have that many multicolored creatures, but I can get it for cheap. Um, I'm not really gonna complain. This is gonna be a fun one to build though. Kind of curious to see what the last couple of cards we get are. But you know, I'm moderately happy with this deck. I have been less pleased uh, with better decks. Um, hopefully we have fun with this one. We'll see what I end up doing with this. Um, I mean, we have outs. I mean, I like treachery a lot. I have blue. I mean, I don't have that much blue fixing. I'll just take the Outland Liberator and be reasonable. And the Run and Six did come back. I don't think this is the deck for it, but we'll take it. Or I could have taken the Portable Hole and Metamorphose in the sideboard. All right, I'm gonna take some time to put this bad boy together because I am not a fast deck builder, and I will talk about it when I'm back. All right, so this is the deck I've settled on. I've got 12 green sources, 5 red sources, 6 blue sources, and a pretty, heavy green package. I did decide to keep in the channel because honestly, a turn 2 Triplicate Titan is, well, not always going to win the game. It definitely puts me close, and it's pretty powerful. Same thing. There's a world where turn 2 you Valgavel's Onslaught for um, I don't know, not turn 2, turn 3 you Valgavel's Onslaught X is 3 or even 4, and you're putting a lot of pressure on your opponent at that point. I don't know if it's the right call to make, but it feels okay, at least to me. And we'll see how this goes. We've got the combo. We've got Bring to Light to tutor for half the combo, or we have the combo out already with the Zern Orb, um, Fastbond, and one of the two Ramen Excavator or the Walking Closet. That's infinite mana, infinite life, hopefully infinite ways to win somehow. But we've got ways to leverage that mana with Spring Heart, Bristly Bill. Same thing with Tireless Tracker. So I'm feeling okay about this deck. Um, there's maybe a couple of cards in here that I'm not super sure if I want to keep forever. Like the Tamiyo's really just there to get stuff back. Questing Beast is just it's a good threat. I've seen games won off the backs of turn 2 or 3 Questing Beasts just beating face, and your opponent can't really answer that. So we're gonna take this to the league. We'll see how it goes. But before we get started, I'd just like to say thank you for watching. If you enjoy any of this, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz. Uh, Again, I really appreciate you watching, and I will see you back for match 1. Alrighty, we're here for match 1. Playing against Bagels for You. Normally I wouldn't really read names that much, but I think that's a fun name. On the play with, I mean, this hand's fine. It's not, or that could do better, but it also could do a lot worse for 6. Here it's a turn 2 Sylvan, and then we're off to the races from there. Plus we've got Ramana up. That's a solid card to have. Yeah, I'm not doing anything on their turn. I mean, it's not really the turn to play the Lush Port Go. We'll play that later. We'll start by playing the Sylvan Library and then just passing the turn. Boop. I would say our opponent's tanking, but based on, this little icon right here, it could be tanking. It could be, MTGO is just being MTGO. That did ruin a couple of videos I was working on last week. there was a point where, by the time I got through with the first match, I had over an hour's worth of footage, and a couple of matches went to time. And I know I play slowly. I definitely am not a fast player, but that does not help the cause. Ooh, a fear of missing out. That's pretty cool. Looks like my opponent's on potentially a pretty aggressive strategy here. Well, we'll see kind of what happens. We'll draw 2 additional cards. Decide if we're gonna keep things or put things back. I'll be waiting for our opponent. Yes, always. Honestly, there's nothing here that I really like desperately want to keep for any sake. So I guess I'll just put back the tag and the forest. I'm fine having those 2 on top. Here, that was a debate. If I'm trying to be mana effective, I'll just play the tireless tracker. And then next turn I could, bestow things on it. If my opponent wants to swing in with the fear of missing out, that's fine. It'll connect. I'm not going to block that. They could also kill the tireless tracker, but that's fine. I prefer they kill that than kill the Ramanop. We'll see if that's what happens here. Oh, I was positive that's what was going to happen. Okay, stop. Yeah, that's fine. And a Kellen. Okay, cool. My opponent has a pretty fun deck here. Yeah, no, that's fine. I don't have blockers. We will Sylvan again. Hopefully seeing Zurin Orb, honestly. That would be, I think, that would be a fun card to see here. Yes, I'm going to use Sylvan's Library's ability. As much as it hurts, I think I put back the Forest and the Taiga. I put it back, I assure you. And I think I play the Springheart Nantuko, play the Arid Mesa, and hopefully just make enough blockers to make it just difficult for my opponent to really do anything. So that's the plan right now. We'll play Arid Mesa. We'll get a 1/1, and then we'll just pass. We're definitely going to crack the Arid Mesa at the end of my opponent's turn. And here the Springheart Nantuko is making us plenty of blockers. I don't think Kellen gains trample at any point, right? No. Alright, cool. So we're in a good spot here. Fury. Okay, yeah, so you're going to evoke it. That's fine. Or, yeah, you're evoking Fury. Fury? What'd you cast? Or Chain Lightning? Okay. What are your targets? 2 damage that way. That's fair. I'll crack the Arid Mesa. Get myself. I guess I've got a commercial district. Trigger Springheart. It doesn't really matter the order here for me. I'll get my token. I'll get my Surveil. I will keep the Fastbond. That stays right on top. And my opponent kills 2 of my creatures, but that's fine because I have a blocker. Yep, that's fine. Ooh, okay, so they're going to play something with haste. Okay, just the Bone Crusher Giant. There are worse things. I'll block that. Prevent a little bit of life loss. Misty Rainforest. Alright, so with Sylvan, what I'm hoping to see here is obviously Zurin Orb. I'm going to say that every time. I don't really want to see Triplicate Titan. That's not it. Hmm. Okay, so with the Fastbond and the Ramanop, I can get the Arid Mesa, play a bunch of lands. Actually, that's not even that many lands. I don't have that many things that are fetchable with the Arid Mesa. That's a lot of life I'm losing as well. Doesn't really get me to where I need to be. So I think I'm gonna put the Fastbond on top and the Titan on top. I will play. I mean, I don't know if that was right. I'm not totally sure what the play was there, but we're gonna play Ramana because it blocks the fear of missing out. And then we're also gonna play a Delighted Halfling. Obviously, if my opponent here counters it, then I would be surprised. I would be very surprised. But it can block a little bit of damage. I almost don't want to play the Lush Portico. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna play the Lush Portico. I'm just gonna take I'm gonna use the Arid Mesa for my graveyard. I'm not gonna crack it because I want the Fastbond. And I'm also gonna play the Delighted Halfling as well. Alright, that resolved. I'll play an Arid Mesa. Note to self, not cracking it. And then just passing the turn. Whoop. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. We'll see what my opponent plays. Headliner Scarlet. Okay, that's... I might be dead. That's 7. 4 more. Alright, so... That's game. I don't really think... I'll use Sylvan Library's ability. It doesn't change anything. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, cool. We'll go to game 2. So my opponent has a really aggressive deck, which honestly makes me want to take out the Channel and the Triplicate Titan. I feel like those just aren't going to be good in this matchup. Honestly, the Starfire seems fine. They have a lot of creatures I can kill with that. And kind of by that logic, Tarmogoyf and or Outland Liberator. I didn't see any artifact or enchantments I wanted to destroy, so I think I'm just going to take the Goyf, put it in. It blocks, honestly. I'm not really trying to beat them on their access, but I'm not trying to channel either. So let's see how this works in round 2. Or game 2. Round 2. Magic terminology always throws me for a loop. Alright, so we're back on the play. Won the die roll. Honestly, I keep this. It's a hand. I'm not sure it's my favorite hand, but it's definitely a solid hand. Okay, cool. We'll keep this. Turn 1, we'll play Fastbond into Findhorn Elves, and then I'm not gonna drop my whole hand. I might play the Arid Mesa. Boop, green. Fastbond. Well, yeah, I'm definitely gonna play the Arid Mesa. Yeah, that's fine. Crack the Mesa. We'll get. Oh, huh. I convinced myself I had an untapped green source I could get. Good to know that I don't. We're just gonna get Commercial District and fix or draw Tribal Flames. Honestly, that's fine. That is perfectly fine. And then all new opponent. Slow start. Always happy to see that. Here, honestly, I think I just jam out the Tameo as much as it's costing me life, because then I can just start looking for Zernorb and or Ramana Excavator, both of which would be pretty good here. Alright, +1, we'll say Zurin Orb, I guess. Doop. Nothing? Okay, cool. Alright, let's see what my opponent has on turn 2. Smuggler's Copter, honestly, that's fine. That's pretty slow. Hey, that's the Zurin Orb. So we're almost there. Let's. I'm just gonna say Ramanov because I actually know the name of that card. I know it's like something closet. Ramunap excavator. Did we get it? No, but we do have an Uro. We have an Uro that I could just jam, which doesn't seem that bad, honestly. Um, yeah, I think we're gonna do that. So it's gonna be blue, blue, green, green. We'll get rid of Delighted Halfling, Forest, Forest. We'll get rid of the. Yeah, we'll get rid of the Sylvan Library. Okay, cool. So we'll leave ourselves Springheart, Bristly Bill, and Arid Mesa just as landfall finishers. My opponent called it. I'm okay with that. All right. Uh, Fastbond did its thing. Let's go back for game 3. My opponent was quick with that one. Normally I would cut, but that wasn't necessary here. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. We've got Fastbond. We've got Ramen Up. We're really just looking for Zern Orb here. Honestly, I'm just gonna. I guess I should wait till I draw before I throw Once Upon a Time out. Yeah, well, Once Upon a Time. We'll take. What do I take here? I think I'm gonna take the Springheart. I like Springheart and MTGO. Yeah. Done. We'll start with of note. Don't have any ways to play all these green spells this turn. Just because of how my deck is configured, but that's fine. I'm just gonna play Fastbond. We'll start with the Hedge Maze. Let's see what's on top. I don't care about the order. Yield to triggered abilities from Fastbond. Cool. All right, let's see what's on top. Delighted Halfling. Nah, we don't need that where we're going. We're going fast. Lush Portico. Again, order's not my concern here. Tribal Flames. Honestly, given what my opponent has, like the Tribal Flame seems like a solid keep. And then I'll play the Arid Mesa and be done for the turn. Johnny, yeah, that's fine. I'll get rid of that. Get myself a commercial district. Honestly, in hindsight, Sylvan Library, now we'll bin that. No, we'll keep. I don't know. Nah, let's just put it in the graveyard. See, we're there. We're basically there. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3. We'll play Ramanop. We'll play the Arid Mesa. Crack the Mesa for a Taiga. Green, green. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna play the Bristly Beal here. I'm not totally sure which one was the right one to play. But I like getting the Ramanop just outside of the range of Fury or anything else. And then I'm gonna pass because no need to just do that forever. It doesn't really benefit me here because I do have to lose a life for the fast one. I need the Zernal for that. Next turn I'll play the Springheart Nantuko. See if my opponent swings. That's fine. I'll take my 2. Stomp on the bill. So it's 2 damage, shiny target. Okay, cool. So I can just crack the Mesa. I'll throw out the Hollow Fountain. No, I will not pay 2 life. Bristly Bill will target himself. So if you want to kill the Bristly Bill, you've got to pay some more. Nope, bring to light. does that get me there? What can I get with Bring to Light? I mean, I can get plenty of things, but I guess the question, because it doesn't get the Zern Orb. Honestly, here's where like the Sylvan Safekeeper would have been nice. Um, and there's not a lot of triggers left for that Arid Mesa either. So I think I'm gonna start by playing the Springheart Nantuko, I guess. I'll bestow it on the Ramanop. I'll play an Arid Mesa, trigger. I'll target the Ramanop just to make it bigger. I don't really want another Ramanop. I'll crack the Mesa for my last land that I can fetch with it. That's fine. I'll put the counter on the bill this time. No. How much mana is it to double the number of +1/+1 counters? It's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so at this point, I think I'll play the Mesa. That's fine. I'll put the counters on the bill. No. Yeah, I'm just going to attack with all. If my opponent doesn't block here, they have to block, because otherwise they're dead. Alright, no blockers. We'll activate Bill. I mean, they could not be dead. It is possible that they have something, but, like, they're not dead. Why? I am phenomenally bad at math, clearly. I guess I could have done that a few more times until they were dead. I should have done the math, but it's fine. Oh no, I take 2. I'll survive. I realize now that I am playing it fast and loose here, but I'm having fun, and that's the important part. Alright, let's see what my opponent has for all of 1 mana. That's fine. It's a real card. Alright. We'll play an island. Sorry, my cat's on my lap, so I'm dealing with that right now. I guess we'll put counters on the insect tokens. No. I'm just gonna bring to light and figure out what I'm gonna get after I've cast it. So those are the 4 colors I can make. We'll tap, I guess, Hedge Maze for blue. Honestly, at this point, I'm just kind of eating with my food, mostly because I don't remember what's in my deck, and I'm not good at that kind of thing. I'm secretly hoping my opponent just decides to concede here. I mean, there's an argument to be made just for Tribal Flamesing killing the Bone Crusher and just hitting attack with all, because I don't feel like doing the math. I could also play Questing Beast, which can only really be blocked by the Bone Crusher, and then something else kills him. Yeah, I'm just gonna get the Questing Beast. That's fine. Yes, cast it. And then I'm gonna say one of my favorite things to say in Magic, which is math is for people who have to block. Alright, so they block there, they block there, they block there, they take not enough to kill them. but enough to be dead next turn. I guess I could have played that cleaner, but it's fine. Yeah, if I'd sacrificed the Arid Mesa one more time and done the math. Okay, you know what? Math is for attackers. I shouldn't be acting like that was the right thing to do. I mean, I assume my opponent swings. I'll block. Wow. I honestly, I deserve that. I completely deserve that. All right, we won the die roll. I took a couple minutes to, just take a deep breath, center myself. Gonna play a neater game this time. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm probably lying to you if I'm being totally honest with you, but that's fine. Honestly, I don't think I jammed the Fastbond, if only because I don't really have anything to do with it. So I'm gonna start with the Hedge Maze and see what's on the top of our deck before I commit to anything. Yeah, Tamio gets us the cards that we want, so we're just gonna yield through our turn and our opponent's turn and see what's up. That's a wasteland. I mean, if you want a wasteland, sure. Uh, Honestly, it's not going to accelerate anything, so I'm not going to play the Fastbond this turn. I'm not going to let them know what I'm up to yet. I'm going to make them think they got me. All getting rid of my blue source does kind of suck. Ooh, library. All right, we're playing against a deck, a really strong deck too. Okay, cool. So we're part of the way there. We're almost in an okay spot. We'll play Bristly Bill. Hopefully we draw a land next turn. Honestly, getting rid of that Hedge Maze, as much as I laughed, did hurt. But yeah, my opponent's gonna draw cards. I'm in the spot where I have to kind of move quickly and kill them, and hope that they're not playing counter spells, especially free counter spells. So, ooh, okay, that's gonna be a Thoughtseize, is my guess. Oh no, Deathrite. That's fine. That's fine. Deathrite is fine. Uh, you know, I never thought I would say this. I'm not super happy. I mean, Mox Ruby's fine. It lets me play Hedge Maze. Uh, well, let me clarify. I get to play the Walk-in Closet, play the Hedge Maze. Uh, but I actually no, I'm not going to complain. Put a counter on the Bristly Bill. Hedge Maze comes in. Sylvan Library. The problem is I'm looking for lands, and I don't want to take. No, it's fine. I'll leave the Sylvan Library on top. All right. Given my opponent's start, I do kind of want to pressure them pretty aggressively here, or as much as I can, better said. Mostly because I know they're going to be drawing a lot of cards, but by wastelanding and then librarying, they are playing a little bit slower. So if I can get them low early, it gives me a pretty good opportunity to kind of capitalize on uh, onslaught or just generally what they're doing. I am kind of curious to see what the rest of their deck is because Deathray, Godless Shrine, and Library doesn't really tell me that much. Like it'd still be any number of decks. Those are cards that fit into a lot of strategies. Same thing with the Wasteland. Um, so we're kind of gonna see here. All right, my opponent is paying 3 mana, so they're okay. Ursine Monstrosity. That's a real card. And then Arena of Glory. Okay. So birds. Okay, so I'm still kind of confused by my opponent's deck. Not 100% sure what the plan they've got going here is. That Ursine Monstrosity is a scary card though. Definitely not one that I just want to run into. But I think here I just play Sylvan. I'm gonna take a hit from that monstrosity, but that'll be fine. I'm not gonna swing into it either. Although I'm not gonna block. And if they want to trade, that's fine-ish with me. We'll see what my opponent does here. In their situation, I would have considered trading because they're up on resources, down on life, and I feel like that would make the situation better for them. I haven't seen any red creatures, so I don't know what's going on over there. All right, question: you arena? Okay, so you don't arena. You put a windswept teeth in. Who knows what's going on? Scare them into thinking I have some kind of counter spell here. Now, if I was in their shoes, I would be scared of actual counterspell, not looking at my opponent's lands because Lord knows I can't keep track of things. Okay, so 3 mana, potentially, red. What are we playing? Trumpeting Carnosaur. That's fine. Alright. Let's see. Yep, we're going to use Sylvan Library. We're kind of... Huh. Well, here with the mountain, I can play the Tribal Flames, kill the Ursine Monstrosity, and then I guess I can play Tracker afterwards, which doesn't seem bad. Doesn't mean I have to take 4, but, you know. We'll put that. We'll pay 4. We'll start, I guess we'll tap like this. Start with the Tracker. Play the mountain. Investigate. Boop, boop. We'll do 3 damage to the monstrosity. And we're good. Here we're in an okay spot. Obviously, Zernor would be the card I most want to see. Rip. Okay, that's a tragedy. All right, my opponent's just on behalf as many cards as possible. Yeah, no, this one it's. I'm kind of feeling combo or bust. I'm not actually feeling that way, but I like to say I am. Malevolent Rumble. Okay, let's see what they reveal. All right, Athari is, I'm assuming, what they took. Okay, cool. So I need that Zern Orb ASAP. Because if I get the Zern Orb, I'm in a good spot. If I don't get the Zern Orb, I will be very dead to an Althari very soon. But that's okay. That's okay. Oh, my opponent's debating casting something. Okay, so they ate the mountain, ate the thing. What are they playing for 2? Lotus Cobra. Hey, that's a good card. One that I wish I had. Yep. We'll use Sylvan Library. I don't really want any of these. Well, I say that, but the Uro gains life. I gotta double check that questing beast. That's vigilance. What is Althari? There's a lot of words on Althari. Flying, lifelink case. Whenever it attacks, you get experience, and you make a rebel for each. I mean, the questing beast does block, I guess, the rebel token. Uro lets me dig a little deeper, but I mean, I know what I'm kind of digging into. Part of me wants to just jam out the Tameo, but I am worried that it's what is it, top 4. So I know what 2 of them are, and neither of them are Zern Orb. So I don't really want to do that and expose her to. Well, if they attack her, that's something that's not attacking me. Okay, cool. So we'll put the Uro back. Put on top. Then we'll play. I should keep a green for the Fastbond in case I hit the Zern Orb. Choose okay, so I'm not getting anything else back. So I'm gonna choose an online card. Zern Orb. Did we get it? No. That's fine and kind of tragic, but that's, you know, the world we live in. I guess it's gonna be 2, 5, 7. All right, so we're in a pickle here. The nice thing is it does clear the top of my library. Hopefully they're not playing anything too big with Arena. I'm gonna yield through this turn. Let's see what my opponent does. I mean, yeah, draw a card. That's fine with me. I mean, you just play Althari, right? Yep. And if Althari doesn't swing at me, that's great. If it does swing at me, that's also fine. That means I get to Tamio again. So hopefully things work out here. Alright, let's see where the Althari is going. It's going at Tamio. Lotus Cobra is going at Tamio. Deathrite Shaman is going at Tamio. Okay, so that's the 6 to kill Tamio, and then I'm assuming I take the 2. That's fine. Okay. Yes. Bummer. Okay. We'll put Forest on top, this on top. Can we survive the next turn? Well, we can try to survive the next turn. Blue, blue, double green, exile 5 cards. We'll get rid of. I mean, I don't have any way to get anything else back anymore, so it doesn't really matter what I get rid of here. I mean, I guess I do have the Forgotten Cellar, but that's fine. I'll put my island into play and pass the turn. I'm at 12 life. I'm going to take 3 for sure from the Althari. And then I guess I block a Rebel. Take a total of 5. That could be worse. I'll crack the clue at the end of turn. Ooh, nope, don't want to see that icon. Let's see what my opponent does with their 8 cards in hand. Play an Ancient Tomb. Sure. I mean, a big hasty threat does kind of end the game here. And it looks like we are going to go for something with haste. I do wonder what, though. Okay. Ooh. That's something I have to block. I'm going to have to look back on my footage from earlier to see what I took over the Althari that I saw earlier. Othari? Olthari? Othari. The Scary Phoenix. Alright, so right now they can swing in for 8, 10, 12. I can block 5. Alright, Arwen is solid. Oof. Screaming Nemesis to okay opponent. That's. I think that's probably lethal. I mean, if they swing out, because that's 8 and then 12. Yeah, they got it. Because here I can block 5 max, and then I still end up taking 5, 7. Yeah, no, they got it. Concede game. You got it, opponent. I don't know. I think my deck will be fine. Channel into Triplicate Titan is still a solid option. I don't feel like putting too much more thought into it at this point. There's not that many cards I saw that I really want to answer. So, yeah, well, run it back. All right, we're back in the play. This is fine. I've kept worse. I've got a turn 2 Sylvan Library or Bristly Bill, kind of depending on what my opponent does. I've got Channel if I happen to draw. Triplicate Titan. But I said it, and I know my luck. Oh, we're going to keep that on top. I'm not going to get rid of Fastbond. That would be just incorrect. Alright, let's see what my opponent plays this turn. Tap Spar side. Oh, Mox Diamond. Discarding Forest. Okay, don't. This Birds of Paradise. Alright. If there is one thing that I have learned in Magic, it's that you bolt the bird. I'm a firm believer in bolting birds. I will even bolt birds in Commander on occasion, especially if I know I'm playing against a deck that can really utilize that ramp, and I immediately regret bolting the bird, but that's fine. Honestly, I think I just jammed Triplicate Titan. I didn't really see anything from my opponent that would indicate that they can deal with that. And I'm okay with that. Alright, so. Oop. 1, 2, 3. Now the question is, do I play? Honestly, I'm just gonna. I have the mana. I'm gonna play. It's a debate of what I play. Let's go with the Sylvan Library. It'll give me more value later on, and now my opponent has to deal with a Triplicate Titan. I hope they don't have a way to deal with Triplicate Titan, but if they don't, I'm in a good spot. If all they can do is kill it, I'm still in a fine spot. There are worse places to be. Carnage Interpreter. Okay. So, what are they discarding? Tarfire, Fiery Confluence. Yeah, no, the Fiery Confluence isn't really the answer you want, is it? Yeah, I mean, we'll use Sylvan. Oh, we have the Fastbond and the Zuranor, but, like, we're not really doing either of those this turn. So I guess we're just gonna put the Nissa on top, put the Zuranor on top of that. Just to shorten the clock a little bit, I'll play the Bill, Mountain, make the Titan a 10-10. Go to combat, swing with the Titan. And then my opponent needs to play something with reach. All right, cool. I did say I was going to keep channel for Triplicate Titan, and it did what it was supposed to do. So let's see if we can win this one on the draw. All right, on the draw, my opponent kept 7. This is not a hand I can justify keeping, so we'll mulligan it away here. This is better, not great, but better. We'll put out the Bring to Light, and we'll take it from here. Turn 1, Delighted Halfling. Turn 2, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to play turn 2. Kind of depends on what I draw. Oh, there's the Zurin Orb. Alright, cool. So let's do... I know my opponent has a Wasteland, so I kind of don't want to make it... Don't want to open myself up to that until I have to, so... We'll go with Halfling this turn. I'll probably play Mesa next turn, crack it for Taiga, and we'll go from there. I hope they have Library of Alexandria just stuck in their hand right now. Don't kill the Halfling. I mean, that's a scary Kabu. That's definitely not what I want to see on turn 2. It's a 4/4 that just loots. Like, here's the debate, right? Do I just play... I think I play the Tireless Tracker, because I don't really want to open up the Ramanop to getting killed. It's part of my combo. Next turn I'll get to play Questing Beast with technically uncounterability, which is fine. I haven't seen a counterspell from my opponent. But here, do they have the Swamp to get with Wooded Foothills? I know they have a Godless Shrine in their deck, because Domain is one of those fun archetypes, but I wonder if they have a Swamp to fetch with the Foothills. Yep, Overgrown Tomb. So, that is a short clock to be on, and definitely not one that I would like to experience. But we'll see. Yeah, nope. Discard your card, draw your card. I'm not blocking. I'm not doing anything. I don't know why I haven't just yielded. Malevolent Revel, that's not what I want to see you drop, because that means that you have something else terrifying in your hand. The Hexdrinker's scary. Mox Diamond pitching what? Godless Shrine. You're just going to level up Hexdrinker, make it a 4/4. Alright, well. I guess, congratulations, you have me on, really, rather frankly, a very short clock. I mean, I guess the question is, do I play the Mesa? If I play the Mesa, then I can play the Questing Beast, which does have Death Touch, which is pretty solid. And I think that's what I want to do, even though I would like to play the Commercial District, but I think just having the Death Toucher is going to be really just worthwhile. I will get the Taiga, make another clue, to green, Questing Beast. Honestly, if you want to block, that's fine with me too. Offering the trade. No? Okay. So, again, we're kind of on the Fastbond or bust kind of plan here. But that's honestly fine. We've got some time, and we have a pretty solid blocker in the form of questing beasts. Unless they get rid of questing beast, in which case I would be sad. But it looks like they're just spending all of their mana leveling up Hex Drinker. Ooh. Okay, no, okay, that's fine with me. So I can no longer block Hex Drinker, but I will block the Kavu. All right. Do we have it? All right. We'll. Guess I commercial district first. Surveil 1. I will put a forest in my graveyard. Honestly, yeah, I think I just crack the clue and see what we get. Alright, so that's the Fastbond. Nope, okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to pass, right? Because there's no way. Because even if I play the Fastbond, I'm still... Yeah, because Fastbond, Mountains, or an Orb. I mean, I can play the Zurin Orb, I guess, but I don't really want to open it up to getting blown up. So I'm going to pass. Hope I can avoid taking 2 additional damage this turn, and if we can survive that, I think we're in an okay spot. At this point, I will throw the Childish Tracker on anything if my opponent has hasty. I hope they don't have Authority. That would be the worst thing to see. That's fine. Still alive somehow. Ursine Monstrosity doesn't have haste. Oof. I think we're okay. So we're going to take our 7, because protection from everything can't be blocked. Go down to 1. Okay, so I gotta make sure I sequence this correctly, so... I think I have to play them... Okay, so I have to play the Mountain first. I'm just always yield. Tap, tap, tap. Ramanop. Zurin Orb. Fastbond. I'll sacrifice a forest. Thank you, life. I'll play forest. First, I can keep doing this all day, opponent, if you really want me to. I never should be tapping for mana in hindsight, but I was yield. Tap, sack. Honestly, I'm just gonna do a couple of times to make it a little bit faster. Alright, I'll play commercial district. I don't care about the order. Resolve Surveil. It'll be on top. Okay. I'll play Mountain. I guess I'm probably gonna make plays out, so I get. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, yield abilities. Okay, commercial district. Tap that. Zurin Orb. Put that in my graveyard, I don't really care. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 0. Is there a shortcut to auto order triggers? I honestly wish it was. I don't know what it is, if there is. I'm sure there's some way. Someone will tell me. Alright, so that's not enough to do Perfect Titan. I think also my opponent's just kind of watching me spin my wheels here, which is... They're right. I mean, I assume this will be that 6. Play the island, trigger. Play the commercial district. Trigger. I'm not even thinking of the order at this point. Resolve commercial district. I'm light. I don't care. That was pretty much it, which is fine. That's their prerogative. I think that's 9 at least. I'm not paying much attention to that anymore. And the cat just fell off my desk, which is great. I'm gonna draw 1 million cards and swing in for some amount of damage. I don't want to keep doing this opponent. It's totally up to you. I'll come back after they decide whether or not I want to keep doing this for a while. I guess I should make sure I'm up to like enough life. Commercial district. I'm just gonna come back once I finish this entire group cycle. I mean, my opponent's dead. I really want to be. Alright, I decided to respond. I'm gonna swing my opponent. I have 21 life. I guess I have 6 protection. I have. I can draw that kind of thing. I don't have to wait like realize anything. I'm just kill him. But it's fine. Okay. I guess the question is, what do you do here, opponent? So yeah, that is the lot of triggers. I just force all I'll probably cut out. Magic Betty. I say, being relatively unloaded, I'll just walk there. And this don't really care what happens. Just it's fine. Just always yield at this point. Sure, I'll put on top. Because I can do that with triple time, number triple times I really want to do, but I'm just not gonna do that right now. Oop. Yeah, that's fine. I think it's over at this point. Like, I don't really know what my opponent could have that, you know, gives another turn. I guess I really want to get the thing, the MTGO has go. Okay. I guess I technically should have done that here, but that's fine. I'm gonna crack 8, so 6, it's 2 more, like 3 clues. No, that was yield. Alright, that's the channel I'm not gonna use. 11, and then I guess crack this. But it's fine. Okay. I guess the question is, what do you do here, opponent? So yeah, that is a lot of triggers that I just forced you all to sit through. I'll probably cut that out. Magic of editing. I say, being relatively unwilling to edit. I'll just block there. And at this point, I don't really care what happens. Yeah, just it's fine. Just always yield at this point. Sure, I'll put that on top. Because then I can do that with Triplicate Titan, have an infinite number of Triplicate Titans if I really wanted to, but I'm just not going to do that right now. Boop. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, the game's over at this point. Like, I don't really know what my opponent could have that, you know, gives them another turn. I guess if I really wanted to, I could get the thing, the Nantuko Husk. Oh. Okay. I guess I technically should have done math here, but that's fine. I'm gonna crack 8, so 6, so it's 2 more, so I gotta collect 3 clues. Doo-doo. No, always yield. Doo-doo. Alright, that's the channel that I'm not gonna use. 11, and then I guess crack this. Get a hollow fountain. At this point, I'm just paying the 2 life because I don't care. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, not legendary spells. Can't do that. Crack the clue. Yeah, it's fine. At this point, I could sit through and like go through the whole motions, but I'm just not willing to do that right now. Like, the game's over. I don't know what my opponent's gonna do. They're gonna draw a card. There, I'll just get rid of cards. I mean, really, what I could have done was played the Bristly Bell and just put all the counters on Triplicate Titan. I'm not really invested in making this game go any longer. I guess they could have an answer. and I'm just being kind of sloppy. But I mean, after that first game or first match, you'd think I'd play a little bit cleaner, but that's fine. You swing at me. I honestly don't even block because the triplicate Titan is my win condition. I don't care. I take my 7. If they were attacking with the Hex Drinker and the Monstrosity, I'd think about it for more than 2 seconds, but I'm not. It's fine. I can, in fact, draw my whole deck if I wanted to. Alright, draw a card. What are you? Yeah, that's fine. Alright, cool. I mean, that's the power of combo. I'll see you in match 3. Alright, we're here on the draw with kind of a... I mean, it's not a great hand. It's definitely not one that I'm super thrilled about, but it's fine. We'll get a surveil. I mean, unless we'll play. The hand got better. Zergor does its thing. Here, I think I play Red Mesa. Get um, a Taiga and just play Sylvan Library. Got a decent chunk of the combo in my hand. Channel would be actually channel would not be great unless I also got another green source, but you know. Okay, that's an Ajani. We have an Abrade for the Ajani, so that's fine with me. Yes, we'll use Sylvan. Well, there's the Ramanop, so that's, you know, good chunk of the way there at this point. Just put both of those on top. I'm not super stressed about keeping the Ramanop around right now. If my opponent doesn't do anything, and they just run with the Johnny and the Cat token, I think I just flash in the Endurance and eat the Ajani. Okay, if they're just going to attack with the Cat token, then I probably hold on to my Endurance and Abrade the Ajani. Depending on what they play. Skyclave Apparition. Okay. What are you going to target? I would target the Sylvan. That's fine. Boop. Will Abrade. Nope. Do 3 damage. Doop. Kill the Ajani. The worst part is that's fine. Yes, I'll use Sylvan. Given what I've seen from my opponent, I'm not really, like, in a huge rush to do a lot over here. I guess we'll top. We'll play a Forest, and then we have the Endurance up to block whatever they swing with. If they swing with both, then boop. Endurance. Done. I'm not going to target anybody. Although I guess there is an argument to be made for targeting my opponent just in case they have pre-war formal wear. But here I'll just block the Skyclave, I guess. All roads kind of lead to Rome here. I get a 0/0 that then immediately dies. Or if I even get that, I'm not sure. Draw my Raman for the turn. I'll use Sylvan's ability. Honestly, I don't particularly want either of these, so I'm just going to put both of them on the top. Expose my Ramanov, which is not necessarily something I want to do, but it's fine. And then we attack with the Endurance. It's fine. We shouldn't have attacked with the Endurance. Oh, well, I guess into 4 open mana, I should have thought about it. didn't think about the Wandering Emperor at all as a card. That's fine. Look, we're gonna get Channel, and then we're gonna get Triplicate Titan, and then we're just gonna Triplicate Titan. Or alternatively, we're gonna get ooh, Jite. That's scary. Equip the Jite. It's a first striker. It's -1/-1, so well, I guess it's kind of this turn or bust. Yeah, you got your Jite counters. I'll crack my Mesa because I don't want the 2 lands I have on top. We'll put a Lush Portico into play. We'll actually bin the tracker. Yes. Use the ability. Didn't we just bin a Hollowed Fountain? I vaguely remember binning a Hollowed Fountain already. I guess this is a top pay 4 kind of situation, which seems kind of insane, but here I want to get the Tamio out and just say the word Fastbond and see if we get it. If we get the Fastbond, great. If we don't get the Fastbond, also fine. Because we have the room. Nope, Fastbond, not Fastband. Alright, did we get the Fastbond? We did not get the Fastbond, but that's fine. We will pass the turn. Not, I mean, I guess I could have attacked the Wandering Emperor, but here I want to leave back the Ramanop to block the cat token that he's going to get first strike to. Or, yet again, never mind. I guess I just swing at the Tamio then. No, they swing at me. They just kill me. What am I talking about? Okay, that's fine. I guess I could have played the Zurin Orb to protect my life total there. I'm not super familiar with playing Zurin Orb, so I'm parting my misplays there. Given what I saw, I mean, they're aggressive, which makes me want to take out the Triplicate Titan and the Channel and put in Starfire and Goyf, but no. Now we're just going to run it back. In our deck we trust. And we'll be on the play. We could do better. We could do a lot better. I know I'm looking at that Once Upon a Time like, oh, it could be anything, but no, we're not playing anything till turn 3 functionally, and this just isn't it. We can do better. This isn't that much better, honestly. We'll probably... Do we keep... I mean, I guess we have to keep this. And literally just because of Channel, I think Triplicate Titan's worth keeping. But against Mono White, they have plenty of Exile-based removal. So I think I put the Triplicate Titan back, and we start with Lush Portico, and we hold on to Once Upon a Time for something, I hope. Alright, my opponent kept 7. I really don't want to go down to 6, because this hand is functionally workable. I mean, we'll start with the Lush Portico. Let's see what we have on top. If it's Channel, I might cry, but, you know, them's the breaks. I wonder what my opponent's waiting on. What could they possibly have? Oh, we can do better than a mountain, I think. Although we need the mountain for the braid, so... Yeah, we'll keep it on top. I'm not happy about it. Honestly, I'm hoping my opponent does precisely nothing on turn 1. And I just play my mountain and pass through this turn. And then, depending on what they play, we'll decide what they do. But yeah, so Johnny, I'm going to have to braid that. I'll cast Once Upon a Time. Mm. I'm gonna take the Bristly Bill because I can play it and pump it up next turn, which puts it outside of um, a Johnny range, or what, like it can block the cat token without dying. All right, all right. A Johnny is down. We've got Delighted Halfling, which is something I'm willing to play. So we'll start with Bill. Which of note, Reprieve does work against Delighted Halfling in case my opponent's playing that. I'm kind of waiting to see what my opponent plays here. It feels like they have a Solitude in their hand. Um, but this is an arena, so it could be any number of things. I'll put the counter on Bill, and then we'll play Delighted Halfling. So if we draw a land, we get to play Nissa, which is fine. That's just a threat. Okay, so that wins the bill. That's not that surprising. We'll get a forest. I'm not going to block with the halfling, because now I can just play the Nissa. Alright, let me double check. Okay, so it doesn't. She does untap the land. Okay, so it doesn't work against the Reprieve, so I guess I may as well just slam down the Nissa. Turn my land into a 3/3. And hit for 3. I assume hit for 3. And who knows what my opponent's doing. So I'm not feeling great. 5 cards in hand to 1 card in hand. But I have a Nissa, so it's the threat. Solid threat, too. She protects herself. Alright, Stoneforge. Do you have the Cauldron? I really should get rid of the chat log. Alright, so they have the Cauldron. That's terrifying. And a Ballista for 1. Okay, so my opponent can do a lot here. I think I'm going to start by playing Uro, seeing what we get. Yeah, that's fine. Just trigger. Did not escape, so I could sacrifice. I draw a card. Nope, no lands to put into play. And I guess I have to do that one if I want to play the Tamio. Which is unfortunate. Yeah, we'll lose our mana. It's fine. I'll talk with both. Alright, cool. 2, blue, green, whatever, Tamio. Oh, really kind of hard what to decide what to name here with Tamio. Oh wait, no, what am I talking about? I mistapped. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Oh well, that's fine. I'm gonna get back the Abrade. Oh, I realized I got rid of the game log and not the chat. Whoops. I gotta check what does Cauldron complete half haste. It does. Okay. Let's see how they attack. I would attack the Tamio. Oh, you're attacking the Nissa? Oh, that's fine. I love the Nissa take 2. Esper Sentinel, it's fine. Channel, that's obviously exactly what I wanted to draw. No, here I think it just boost up another land. And just attack. See how they block. If they block. Yeah, that's fine. Right, I guess here we name Zernorb. Oh, hey, we did get the Zernorb. Nice. Okay, so we're part of the way there on the combo, which is nice. So I guess I play the Excavator. I should pay my mana. I made a mistake there. I should not have tapped the mountain. Fortunately, it is a fixable mistake, where I'm going to just pay that mana, prevent that. Because I don't think I've played a land for this turn. I hope I haven't played a land for this turn, because otherwise it's going to be really embarrassing for me. Doop. Okay, so I did have the land to play. Feeling a little bit better there. I'm just going to destroy the token. Oh, wait, no, it's indestructible. I should read cards. I'm feeling stupid now. I thought that it gave indestructible. I didn't realize that Cauldra has indestructible. Oh, now we got GT 2. Put the GT on the germ. Here we make decisions about how we're going to block. I mean, I need to protect the Tameo, because now Fastbond wins the game. I'm a little less pressed about protecting Nissa, honestly. But I may as well. Although, yeah, we will. We'll protect the Nissa. Alright, so Culture completes a lot better than I thought. I mean, I thought it was good. I just completely missed the fact that it also gave indestructible. Or, not gave, but is inherently, natively indestructible. Tribal Flames is not really what I wanted to draw, so we're just going to go ahead and say plus Nissa, Fastbond. Did not hit the Fastbond, but honestly at this point we can just jam the Uro out at least. I said that. Okay, so here we go. Play the island. Blue, double green, Uro. We'll keep one of the forests. We'll keep the hedge maze and breeding pool. We'll get rid of the once upon a time, and then we'll get rid of the elf. Order's not that important to me. Sure. Here we just mush. Oh wait, this is any target, right? Cool. Boop. All right, Tribal Flames wins the game. I will pay the one, I guess, technically. Yes. All right. I need to play a little bit faster. I know I'm not the fastest player. So we're just gonna run it back, and hopefully we'll be okay for game 3. All right, we're on the draw with a hand that I have mixed feelings about, but it is one Fastbond from just going off. I have kind of a slow start, but Springheart 9-2 seems really good against my opponent in general, just being able to make an army of little dorky blockers. No, there are worse hands to keep. Hopefully my opponent doesn't have a turn 1 play. Great to see. I guess we'll start with the commercial district. I guess I'm slightly more likely. Do I get rid of the triplicate Titan? It's kind of my payoff for infinite mana. But if I have infinite mana with the walk-in closet, I can just, yeah, no, it's fine. We'll just get rid of the triplicate Titan. I don't care. Because if we have infinite mana with the Zern Orb and the walk-in closet and Fastbond, then we're, in a fine spot. Alright, cool. I'm just going to Hedge Maze. If my opponent's not doing anything, then I have no reason to push. Force will put in the graveyard. And then we'll just yield through this turn. Let's see. Against mono white, if your opponent's first play is on turn 3, there are worse spots to be in. Ah, and we have the ramen up too. Okay, so we're gonna do. I'm just gonna cast the Nantuko. Play a breeding pool. Do I have any? No, there's nothing I want to play. That gives me, with ramen up and Zern Orb, an army of blockers basically. Oh yeah, see, now I feel even better about my choice to not play ramen up. I thought I had yield, yeah. Whatever. I'm not gonna block because 2 isn't that much, and I've seen the rest of their deck. Flicker Wisp. Okay. You're gonna bounce the Glimmerlands, get a Glimmerlands back, get another. Okay. They're working on putting me on a clock here. I'll give them that. Um. I feel more comfortable exposing Ramanov because it is a blocker. And here I'll just play the Delighted Halfling. Next turn I can play Tamio and try to hunt down Fastbond. Let's see, what's my opponent playing for 2? I mean, there's wins. If I was them, I would have wins the ramen up. Speaking of the devil, so I have double blue, infinite amounts of green. I'll just get a forest. They work better with Nissa. Here, I do think it's time I start trying to at least protect my life total a little bit. Alright, cool. So, green, 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 green. Another green. Nissa. She's uncounterable. My opponent will draw a card here because I gotta play the Seeker's Chariot. That's kind of my next play. I will plus, I guess, on the basic forest. If I'm gonna open up something to removal, it may as well be a forest. I'll swing with the forest. Green, green. Play the Chariot. Gives me plenty of blockers, and I'll play the Mesa. I guess I could have paid for it, but I'm gonna get the Lush Portico here to just kind of keep digging. GT, okay, GT's good. I'm assuming they put GT on the Wisp. Yeah, nothing I can do about that. Depending on how they attack here, depends on what I do. Alright, so here I think I just trade my cats for the Rebel tokens. No. Oop. Done. I'll block that one. If you want to GT away your 2 counters on my chariot, that's fine with me. Alright. I also missed they were attacking the Nissa. Alright, we're just gonna plus this forest. I mean, I guess we crew the chariot. Done. We attack for 10. Make a copy of the cat token. Sorry, I usually play Magic on paper, if I'm being wholly honest with you, which is why I sometimes take a second with some of these triggers. We'll play blue, green, and then I guess we'll use the Delighted Halfling, cast the Uro, see if we get Fastbond. If we do, we're in a good spot. If we don't, I mean, I'll play the island. I mean, here I think I just yeah, just slam down the Tameo. Fastbond. Even though in hindsight I could have just minus the Tameo to get back plenty of other cards, but that's fine. Here, now we're good. Yeah, now we're fine. So here my opponent has choices to make. They're okay, so they're attacking the Nissa. I can't block it. That's fine. Witch Enchanter blowing up the chariot. That's fine. At this point, I'll yield to the end step. Thraben Inspector's a solid card. Gives him something to block with. Crack the Mesa. Get a Lush Portico. Nope, we'll put Once Upon a Time in the graveyard because I don't want to spend. Huh, Endurance has reach, which is potentially relevant. Here, I mean, I think I just. What can I get back? I could get back Questing Beast, which 6, 10, plus another 6. That's a lot of damage, of which they can block. 3 bodies, they can kill. A good number of things, but I think honestly, just getting back Questing Beast and slamming that down is going to hurt my opponent a fair bit, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Because then they're kind of forced to interact. Green, some other colors. I mean, I guess Questing Beast is technically legendary, so I'm not attacking with the Delighted Halfling. Alright. Turn everybody sideways. See here, if I was my opponent, I would consider using some of my mana to, not, okay, something, not what I would have done with my GT counters. So you can do here is get rid of one for each cat. And then you keep your creatures, I lose the cats. But if you just want to get rid of a forest, that's fine. Okay. If I'm being totally honest, not how I would have done things, but I'm also not my opponent, so that's fine. Because here I get to ambush the Flicker Wisp with the Endurance, which is pretty solid. Makes me feel good at least. Do green. Flash and Endurance. I mean, I don't know if they have pre-war form aware, but I'll put everything back in their deck. I'll block. Yeah. At this point, I'm not doing anything else. And my opponent has to somehow play 2 blockers minimum. Squadron is if there's a card that gets you out of this, it's Squadron. That's a solid draw. Okay, so we still have a game. Let's see. Do we have a game? Because I can get Priestly Bill back with the Tameo, play a land, give this Questing Beast +1/+1, which makes it a 5/5. So they'd have to double block, or not double block, but they'd have to, if they don't want to just lose the Squadron. And they can't double block with it anyway, so that keeps the Questing Beast alive. Or I can just slam a row. Yeah, let's just slam a row. I'm gonna say Fastbond, and then if I don't get Fastbond, I slam a row. Boop. Fastbond. Nope. That's fine. Given that I'm gonna play the arrow, I think I just attack with all, actually. Yep, okay. They can figure out. Yeah, no, attacking with all is correct there. They don't have mana to reprieve the arrow. I don't need to leave the halfling back, so they block there. That dies, but then they still have to block. Nope, you're dead there, opponent, because I don't think these have lifelink. Unless they GT. One day I'll remember that GT does like 50 million things. That's fine. We have an arrow to play. Blue, blue, green, green. We'll get rid of Delighted Halfling. I guess Sylvan Library, Hollow Fountain, Once Upon a Time, Bring to Light. Yeah. So I'll draw a card, put a force into play. Kind of sad I don't have something for. Actually, do I? Have I played a land this turn? I actually don't. know if I've played a land this turn. And I also don't know if I have any mountains left. We'll find out as a team, because if I have a land left to play, then I can just not Tribal Flames my opponent. It doesn't make a difference. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yep. I'm just gonna yield until end step. And if you attack with the Securitron, I just block it with Uro. I can replay the Uro basically every turn going forward. Okay. You're still the okay. Cool. Hey. A win is a win. That was a pretty long draft, so I'm gonna see where I can cut some of that in post. I say that with a lot of confidence for someone who's still figuring out how to edit videos. Um, Obviously, if you've made it this far, thank you for watching. Let me know what you thought. I thought those were some pretty fun matches. I didn't misplay too horribly, except that first one. This could have definitely been a trophy if I played a little bit neater, but maybe if I'd played better, I would have gotten paired off against different opponents. Things would have gone differently. Would not have won. Anyways, all that said, thank you for watching. Uh, I'll keep making Vintage Cube as long as there's Vintage Cube. I'm going to take some time this weekend. I don't have any social plans, so hopefully I'll get some more games in, get some more videos in. And even if I don't, when Vintage Cube is up, and if there's anything else you'd like to see me watch and do horribly at, I'm all for it. Again, thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you all on the flip side. I honestly feel like that one meme from 21 Jump Street right now with the "Hello Kids." I'm just gonna stop now.